What is heaven saying to you this afternoon is that this is an opportunity that you have received from God. Make the most of this year. Take advantage. What are some of the things that you do, where you know so you don't need for do again? That's how you learn, and that's how you get a better year. Not just go on at least the dance, Happy New Year, I may not die. It's not, sometimes I hear people, they sing this, I'm like, come on. Yes, we thank God that you not die, but you are definitely going to die one day. 1 year, God forbid, last year, and some man 2025 will be the last year. Even as today, many people don't even die this very morning. So you are not to be carried away. You don't get time. It's like time they run against you. So why you should don't waste time on things the way it's like things will get for happen. Why it's like they say now like when picking the glad they say school dollar cannot take exam, and the parents is like, what you the glad for that school lock you not take exam? If school lock you not take exam, then which kind of school you attend? You just get for take exam. What you they go school for? You just go school. Are you afraid of taking exam? So dancing all over the place, Happy New Year and not die. I'm like, come on. You are alive for a purpose. God spare you life for see another year for a reason. What thing God wants you for do this year for be more interested to you that you enter into the year. It's like not just getting, but what do you do with what you get? Not just becoming, but what do you do with what you become? It is not just, it's like somebody will get married. Not just dance that you are married. What happens now that you are married? It's like now you are married, the journey begins. Now, how you go through to the very end, now in the decide whether you succeeded in the marriage or not, or you just graduate from university, oh, the excitement and everything. Thank God for the excitement. But my question is, after the certificate, after the graduation, what comes next? If you just go with all your graduation and everything, all the years of schooling and everything, you just go back and your life become one kind miserable and depressed and whatever, at the end of the day, the question will be, now, what do you become after graduation? What happened to you after marriage? What happened? It's like, so we are not just excited. We are not just excited with the opportunities. We are not just excited with the privilege. We are not just excited. Yes, there is a place for excitement. Yes, there is a place for rejoicing. There is a place for celebration. It is true. Yes, we self-understand that as humans, sometimes you have to express your emotion. You get for, yes, even God wants you to be joyful. There is a place for excitement. But when you get excited, you need for check. It's like, when David they carried the Ark of the Covenant, they were so excited, but in the midst of the excitement, Uzziah got carried away with the excitement. He forgot to say there are boundaries, there are things where for cross. He crossed that boundary and look at what happened to her. He lost in life. So we not just want to be carried away with the moment, not for be carried away. At this period, at this day, for me, I tell you, at this period, it will be a moment of reflection. Papa God, the year done, another year don't start again. What do they say to me? You want for hearing God in voice. You want for hearing what they say to you. His steadfast love is new every morning. Great is his faithfulness. What in God is say? This is another brand new year, a brand new day, a brand new year, a brand new opportunity. The opportunity you had where you waste away. So many of you wasted the first 6 months of last year, or we waste the last 6 months of last year, or we waste the last 3 months of last year. Think about the opportunities you had. Opportunities where God bring you away. People where God bring you away. Relationship where God bring you away. Where for them become better. Look at how you mismanage. Many of we, the thing is not to the opportunity that we problem, but now we management skill. We're not able to manage the opportunities. We don't know how to manage the privileges where they come away. We take advantage. It's like somebody will get property like most people where they sell land. You look at their life, always they can in one kind of condition because they feel safe. They sell this and go sell land tomorrow and go sell the other one. Now that's how they plan to sell till eventually you see how in life can end. Many of you know the story. So we not just want to be carried away by the moment. We bless God for a brand new year, for a brand new opportunity. Now time for you sit down. And at this come this afternoon for tell you. Now time for you sit down. Sit down and think. Sit down and evaluate. Sit down and do an assessment. Now you first get for do an assessment. One thing about an assessment, they give you an opportunity. They give you an opportunity for be prepared for the final exam. assessment na an opportunity for let you know how much you don master wetin you dey about for face. Let you know how much you don sabi am. When a child, like before dem dey take the exams, they always can get assessment, as we know. Before they go take the MPSC exam, they can get wetin they call mock exam. That is a process of assessing them. When they go through the assessment, now they determine for know whether this, because the questions that they take na the mock, na the same type of questions then they take for the exam itself when they go out there. You see, so what are we saying? All you are to do at this period are for sit down, just sit down, get moment for reflect, get moment for think. What is going to happen this brand new year? What are some of the T's you omit? You know, there are omissions. Some of you not cross with T's, we not dot with I. So that brought about a minus. There are deliberate things we omitted in our life. You know, an omission is like the things you knew, these things very important, but you give what you call oversight. You just ignore them. And you feel say no go vital, not necessary. But at the end of the day, you come for realize because this thing was not there, as little as the dot upon that dot where they upon the I is. Without the dot, not to I, unfortunately in this era of schooling, these principles are ignored. But we mama, we papa, granny, grandpa know, and those who were teachers in many years, they know that when they take exams and you are writing, the teacher is not just concerned about all you are writing, but he wants to look at how you write and how you do your punctuations and everything. And you discover, say, there are strict teachers where there will be a minus if the T is not crossed. If your T's are not crossed, he minus from you. If your I's are not dotted, he minus from you. So if you look all through where there should be full stop and there is no full stop, where there should be comma and there is no comma, all these little minus, these subtractions go affect the final grade where you go score in that paper. No matter how much you write, but those little things that they make the sentence beautiful and they make the sentence make complete sense, as that's what the sentence is. You see, so what are we saying? What are some of the things you ignored deliberately 2024 that so affected you that you were deprived of the things you were supposed to have? I think now the period is for you to sit down and reflect, so that you don't repeat the same mistake again, so that you don't make the same mistake you make last year. This is a period for you to sit down and look at some of the things you've been get will so help you. They help you so much, and say these things, if I continue with them, how do you improve on them? Because when you improve on them, at the end of the day, then go help you forget more result in this 2025. What are some of the principles, the methods, the strategies that God show you where you apply, and you see how He help you? Waiting the principle, once you can for realize that road where you use for go on top, you still need for maintain such. It's like the character, the habits, the lifestyle, that which you use for be raised, you still, if you maintain that, you go be sustained and you go get more productivity. But if you begin abandon, it's like the pillar where the hose. If you begin broke the pillars, what will happen? There will be a collapse. So some of the pillars where we up, where make people they see we. If you begin break these pillars around you, do you know what will happen? There will be a fall, there will be a collapse. So what are the pillars in your life that are keeping you? This are time for some of you for ensure that you reinforce those pillars. This are time for you ensure that the pillars are well strengthened, and they are not just strengthened, but your pillars should be protected. Because that you pillar and they sustain you, and they keep you up there. So you see why this period, now a period where enough for be carried away, there is so much thinking, there is so much prayer, there is so much meditation, there is so much need for be done in this first period of the year. Not be carried away with feasting, not be carried away with excitement, not be carried away. So therefore, this afternoon, it's a pleasure to be with you. I count this a privilege to be the first person for speak to you this day. I know many of you don't receive instructions, and before the final instruction we received last year, before we enter the new year. But I count myself very privileged very, very privileged to be the very first individual for speak to you this 2025. And what is God saying to us? Today, we are looking at the book of Exodus chapter 33. Exodus chapter 33. What you need for go on with in this journey in order for succeed in 2025. What you need is like waiting for be your possession. Waiting for be your possession. And with that, your journey will be secured. Not just secured, you're not going to just get a secured journey, but you also get a successful journey. Your journey will not just be successful, it will also be a prosperous journey. It will not just be a prosperous journey, but I guarantee you it will be a wonderful and amazing journey in 2025 and even the years to come. We are looking at the account of a group of people who were on a journey. It's Israel. Israel been there on a journey. For you as familiar with the Bible, you gonna say Israel started their journey from Egypt. And who started that journey with them? God. God came to Moses in the wilderness and he went to Egypt and God manifested his glory upon Egypt. You are familiar with that. And God, after the judgment of death, Israel was finally released. Look at the excitement. Look at the excitement. Look at, you can imagine after a period of 430 years of slavery, Israel marched out of Egypt. Triumphantly, they came out, victoriously they came out, and the whole nation, they freed them because, they said, this not a people will get a God that you cannot stand against. This not a people will get a God that is a fighter, a God that can judge, that all the gods of Egypt, they are not a match for him. So, from in the eyes of the Egyptians, the people of Israel, they were highly esteemed. Not because of their personality, but because of the God they had above them. You know, many of you listening, you don't understand. You know, what give you sense of importance in this world? It's because of the God that you have in your life. It is the God factor in your life, even in your family. That is what gives you the sense of relevance. I assure you, you will never be relevant in your family. You will never be relevant in your community, not even your nation, if not because you been get God. Some of you know that by experience. You know, say now when you meet this God, 19 turn around for you. You know, say now when you experience this God, now you begin see light. All around you now been total darkness. Everything around you not be the work. And not that you not go school. And not that you not go college. And not that you not graduate. And not that you know the work. And not that you lazy. But all you effort not produce no substantial result. Until you met this God. Now this God make people honor you. Now this God make people know you. People see you. People hear you. Now this God make them know say you na motama where they exist. Now this same God. It is this God that gives you the relevance, the importance, the significance that people now see. It is this same God. That was the same God at work. So when the Egyptians, the children of Israel, when they go meet the Egyptians, the Bible said they spoil them. And they begin for demand, like definitely they had to pay them for all the years they have served. They were willingly giving out those things they gave. Say, you know that then people they are, these are the people of God. Now then God caused the sun for dark. Now then God caused the 10 plagues. Then caused the water for turn blood. Then caused the frog, the fly, the hail, and all of these things. It is their God working. So every one of them. They say, now who that? They say, this is an Israelite. This is an Israelite. They were afraid of them. And Israel started their journey. They were coming out from Egypt. And even the surrounding nation was afraid of them. I hope you can remember when Israel got to the plain of Moab. Balak was afraid. He sent for go hire Balaam. He said, a people don't come. These people, they are like ox. He said he used the figurative speech. So they were like ox. He said like where cow then on a field. He said the cow they eat all the grass, he clean the field. He said these people then they trample upon every nation where they before them. Though Balak no be understand what make these people were so powerful and victorious against their enemy, especially when he had the news of how they dealt with Og, the king of Bashan, and the king of the Amorites, how the Israelites down, and these were big kings, these were great kings, and Israel conquered those nations. When they were on their way, and the guy was afraid, he sent for Balaam. He said, Balaam can't curse these people so that their journey go be cut short. Can't curse these people so that they're not going able to get opportunity for continue again. So that I go subdue them. Waiting other nations not do. Me one for do them. And we know what happened. But it was true, even though in disobedience Balaam was operating, but it was through Balaam's divination in that condition that Balaam revealed. He said, a shout of a king is among them. The shout of a king is among them. There is a rising, so even Balaam can for realize there is a God in the midst of these people. That is the source of their triumph. That is the source of their power. That is the source of their victory. No one can stand against them because they have an invincible power, just as it happened with Samson. Samson had been just an ordinary man, not to that kind of big muscle man where they big paint in a picture. No, if Samson may get big muscle, people not for surprise. They say now when muscle big, now make it do that kind of thing. He was just an ordinary. He was slim. In reality, Samson was very slim. He not been bump. He not been get big six pack and big chest and big muscle. No, he was not. But Samson had that invincible power that eyes could not see, that made him operate beyond the human imagination. So the people were confused. How we go know the source of your strength? Because you are ordinary like us, but you are stronger than us. You can alone with the jawbone of an ass break down 1,000 men in one battle. You not get sword. You not use nuclear weapon. This man just take the dead animal and he not even plan am. The way man can fetch you, look what he see. He just saw this animal who don't die how many days. He just take the bone where the skeleton, just take that bone, and with that ordinary bone, they came with sword, they came with spear, they came with shield, they came with their armor. And they were 1,000, and this man conquered them and he destroyed all of them. There was something they were trying to figure out. And you know how the story ended in a very sad way. So we are looking at a people or like other individuals who were on a journey. You and I were on a journey. We are on a journey. And Israel started off with God. God is leading them. And because of that, they saw how God operated, how God miraculously bring about great wonders, great miracles, great things beyond our imagination, many of which to this day we are still admiring, we are still making reference to. This reveals the power and the greatness of this God. Not until they came to a particular place. They came to a particular place. When they came to that place, in this chapter 33, and the Lord came to them, and he at that place called Mount Sinai. God called Moses to go up to Mount Sinai so that he will speak to Moses. Moses was on Mount Sinai for 40 days. And these people, they are still, they are not rich yet, they are still on their journey. But they came to this place. Imagine, previously in chapter 20, at that same Mount Sinai, God came down and spoke to them in an audible voice. And they heard it. They were afraid. They said, Moses, they will not hear God again. You go hear it from God. Can't tell we what he say. Anything he say, what he tell we they do it. So they had seen the sight of God, very dreadful, very powerful, very awesome, great and mighty. After they witnessed such a sight, imagine. And God called Moses in order to write, to give him the tablets. And Moses was with God on the mount for 40 days. They were just to wait. The journey was still going. They still get a distance ahead of them. They were just to wait. And look at what happened. Whilst they were there, in that instant, they turned away. They for don't Aaron, make us a God. We don't know what will happen to Moses. Now 40 days he don't go, so we don't know what will happen. We know she don't wait now for nothing. Let we do something on our own way, by our own sense, by our own effort. Let's therefore figure out how to move from this point to another. You know, that's how sometimes some of we behave. We try to figure out what to do next. And God will don't bring you car. You know, it just take me to Abraham. Now God pulled Abraham in Genesis 12 from where he was. He never planned for go side go. He not be the imaginer. As far as in concern, at them period in life, the last thing you want for do now for separate from your family. Because the family therefore remain together for build up a clan. So you just have to be with your family. So the thought of living, going, it is, you know, ever they part, if they don't sleep, say, they dream about it. But because God gets a greater plan, God came to him, Genesis 12, and said, go out from your family, separate from your parents, separate from you cut ties and everything. I am taking you to a place, I'm starting off with you, a new generation, a new race, a new clan, something better and bigger. And in obedience, Abraham left. And look at what the Bible said. A period of famine came. The question is, you think say God not mean no say famine go come? Me say God not mean see the famine. He saw the famine. At that period, what's not the thing where a man where they work with God for always do. A man will cherish in work with God for always do. When you always stand at the crossroad. Proverbs chapter 3, the Bible says, acknowledge the Lord. Do not lean on your own understanding. This is just a paraphrase. It says, in all your ways acknowledge him. He said, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not on thy own understanding. In all, not some, not few, in all your ways. When you can a crossway, a cross junction, you don't know what thing for do, you don't know side for go, you don't know side for turn. No look back on your experience. No look back on somebody else's suggestion. What do? Turn to him who said that you should go. I don't reach now who said next for turn. What do I do? It's like somebody, they lead you, they go find person. And the person where you they go find, you don't ever go there. You know just they go, you always they take phone. You say, okay, when you reach also side Kanongia, when you Kanonge, and when you take bike, can this place. It lead you by point. It lead you by point. You not go reach at a particular point and you decide, say, well, I need colleague, I'll take another road before me. No. When the road seems to be confusing, what do? You call the person back and say, I don't reach at this point. What next? Who say next? And the person will tell you what to do next. Or the person will call you and ask you, who say you there? And when you reveal your position, he will give you instruction what to do. That's the way our walk with God should be. Now you don't come into 2025. Are you coming into 2025 with 2024 experience? Which is fine. But do not lean on your own understanding. Not depend on that. This new year, God is saying something new. You don't follow through that instruction. You don't reach at a junction. The next turn, whether on a left you for go, on a right you for go, God will tell you. Now it's time to seek. Where next? But Abraham, without asking, went down to Egypt. We know the story. Couple of years later, there was famine in the same land. And God came to Isaac and said, do not go down to Egypt. That cleared. And I say, that means God not be ever intend Abraham for go down to Egypt. You see? That he that leads will show the way. But if he is not leading, do you know what will happen? We will find ourselves into much calamity. So if you are to avoid the calamity, learn wisdom from the life and the experience of this individual. Now look at, when Israel came at this point, Moses was not there. Moses was away. What in the thing where they for been do? Waited, and wait. Because they now see that there is a God in their midst, and they saw the mountain was on fire, and the cloud of God, the presence of God was still on that mountain? All they should have done was to wait and seek his face to know what are we to do. You know one day can I have before? All the 400 years now Egypt you don't spend them. And you don't bring we Canaya. We don't even know how we they go. When are you the care we go? But you know what the people do, then begin figure out how for continue. You know, some of you can say God they help those who help themselves. But the only help you go give yourself now for thank God. That is the only help. Because that is the best help you go help yourself. That is the best help you go give yourself. Thank God. Know God. Hear from him. Turn to him. Depend on him. Rely on him. Believe him. That is the only best help you will ever give yourself. Anything other than that, it will cause you much misery. Your obedience is the best help you will give yourself. Seeking to know the will of God is the best help you will give yourself. But they decided to think about an alternative. It's just like Abraham again. And Sarah came and said, you know what? It look like Sarah no born pikin again. Now how many years this now? For where I've been there, I must hear. You dey talk say God say they grew pikin. You been there 75 years. Imagine. Now no I must see yourself me don't day. 30 days. I don't see this pikin. He said, but look, Agar, look me servant. You say, at least in a woman, where you born pikin and me pikin. Go get this woman through and low girl pikin. Sarah, Oda give the idea day. Oda tell you say you don't hold for you don't 10 don't pass. Now you don't count say na 10 years. But as far as God is concerned, not even reach 1 hour yet. Because the Bible says 1,000 years to God is just a day. So how long this thing don't take? When God speak to you, how long? But here she was, it bring an idea. It tell Abraham what you for do now for solve the problem. But I mean a God una don't begin work with. I mean usa una day at this point na God bring una day. Even in that you office, in that you business, in that ministry. Now God don't bring you can at this point. What you for do 2025? Not begin look at waiting the one way day next door to you be they do. Or what you see and they do say, well, this year low apply that strategy day. Low apply that method day. The one or two they sell, say this one they sell, say 2024, the car where I see this make party sell, I think what you be they do last year, me say go do and this year. You see the problem? You know what's happening now? Abraham accept Hagar. But the problem is, what Hagar produce. Hagar produce, but what he produce? It become a challenge. It become a challenge. And when God come, God tell Abraham, say, now the pikin wey Sarah they born, now they make me covenant with. Not to the way you go fend, now the way me they give you. So I come for realize, say, now two things. You get what you they go fend, and you get the way God they give you. What you they go fend go always be problem in your life. Waiting God they give you now in the blessing. What you they go fend go always be the bone that you throat, where go make and difficult for you to swallow. But waiting God they give you, they become so sweet and appealing, not only in your tongue, but they be health in your body. Today, many of you get boku in our life. Where you look at, some man don't understand, you go feel say that God hates you, but you fail for telling and say, now you go fend for yourself. Now you not agree with. And look, that's exactly what happened with Israel. Instantly, then turn away from following God. I pray in 2025, no circumstances will cause you for turn away from God. In the name of Jesus. No situation will cause you for look for an alternative. But that you go consistently rely, you go trust, you go depend on God. Challenges will come. Circumstances are things you don't hear that song day. But do not be moved. Do not be shaken. No matter the challenges, definitely challenges will come. But come on. A woman get forget pain before give birth. You afraid forget pain? They're not ready for born it. You can only give birth to something beautiful out of pain. And some of you get for go through that bad pain for give birth to something. Yes. But you have no need to be afraid. Because he said, I will never leave you, nor will I forsake you. You will have to. You see how Abraham born a covenant? God said, lay Isaac, such a pain. For lay Isaac that came after 25 years of waiting. And at this time, Isaac had grown up. He was not a little boy again. He had grown up a little bit. Because for let Abraham take the wood and put an aid, not a small young baby, he was not 5 years of, he not to be 5 years again. He was a little bit older. But look at Isaac. Isaac, being a promise where this man don't wait for many years. This man, out of that, because he was willing to obey God at this point. He was willing to obey God no matter what. And he said, even if losing my son, now in the price, now in the situation, I got to go through this. I am not shaken, I am not moved. In my faith, in my walk, in my relationship, I go ensure, as Corinthians says, be steadfast, unmovable. I go be steadfast, I go be immovable. When we cease to be steadfast with God and we be moved by the storm, we go begin for sink as Peter did. Peter began for sink because he was moved by the sight of the raging storm. Oh, the storm will rage in 2025. The storm will rage, but do not be shaken. Do not be moved. Remain steadfast. Brethren, even if it go cause you for die, the Bible says, be obedient unto death. Even in death, remain steadfast. Because do you know sometimes that's a beautiful way God will reconcile you to him, for bring you home. It's an excitement. It's an excitement. It is never a loss. Beautiful in the sight of the Lord. It's not a loss. It's a beautiful thing to behold, the Bible says. What are we saying this afternoon? The circumstances these people encountered, they became so impatient, they were not willing to remain steadfast. And they were easily moved. They said to Aaron, Aaron, make we a God. Aaron, make we a God who will now take the responsibility to lead us. So they were now willing to exchange. And these are some of the things we can calm my mind, where I can be troubled over, especially with many of you who call yourself Christians. Now, the people that word now where you dey gree for hearing, where you dey listen to, after God don't beautify your life, are the very people who will not be ever get time for you when you were down there. You know, the people now where you want for please, the people that now you concerned about. Because God don't beautify your life, you don't become something now. The people that now you so concerned for please. Who said them people that they've been there all those years in your misery, in all those things the devil be doing in your life? I see several young people them, when their life they so kind miserable, they don't get all those family members, they don't get all those friends and whatever around them. When God now begin for do things in their life, instantly they have these people, they have these friends, they have this relative, they have this one, this colleague, this schoolmate and all of this. They have now people they are working with, people who know them, people who recognize them. They now switch their focus. Instead of looking unto him, we take them from the dunghill, take them from the miry clay and set them up for sit with princes. Now they are now looking unto these men. So instead of now listen to the instructions, where you begin with, where S you up, they ignore the instruction and you know what they do now? They begin for listen to the instruction of them boss, they begin listen to the instruction of their family member. I can say, where certain family that have been there, where your life been so miserable, they were not able to help you. They could not help you. They're not able to turn anything around for you. They were mocking you. They were saying all manner of things against you. But God, in his infinite mercy, came to you and helped you. Now they are coming, and some of them even want to take ownership. They want to take title. They want to take position where not to them deserve. The position where God forgets that your life. Now in some part, we can willingly give to some of we boss them. We can give them to some of we parents them. We can give that position there to some of we party them. We can give that position there to we spouse and some of we relations. This is where sometimes some of you can be very, very ungrateful forgetting that if we are where we are today, is the mercy. The Bible says it is by the Lord's mercy that we are not consumed. It is by God's mercy, but unfortunately, when sometimes things can begin to work out, we turn and we now start listening to them. They said, Aaron, make us a God. This will now be the one that will take us from this point. He will be the one that will lead us. We are no longer slave in Pharaoh's house. Now we determine we own journey now. Now we decide for go. I pray that will not be for you in 2025. That you will not find an alternative to God. That you will not erect another God in your life, who you now think deserve the honors of leading you. Who you now think deserve the honor of leading the step where you forsake. I pray that will not be for you in the name of Jesus. And they left God and they abandoned him. Do you know what would have happened? That would have completely cancelled their journey, crippled their journey. That would have marked the end. And that's definitely what happened even in the spirit. But we thank God because that is why this moment is essential. And God said to Moses in Exodus 33, and the Lord said to Moses, depart, go down from hence, you and the people whom you have brought up out of the land of Egypt, to the land of which I swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, to your offspring I will give it, I will send an angel. Now look at what God said. God said, I will send an angel before you, and I will drive out the Canaanites, and the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. Go up to the land, flow with milk and honey, but I will not go up among you. God say, I go give you all wetin I say I go give, but I no go to now. Hey, I say, God, 2025, may that not be for me. May that not be for you in 2025. Let you not enter into the place of God in blessing, but yet God not did it. He say, I go give you the land. I go subdue you, and I don't know what in your priority this year. This is my prayer. This is my priority. God, that blessing where you go give me, but you know that me I don't want them. You know how the world done day for so many of you, even some of you they listen. You are like saying, even if God not there, me no get problem. What's I get her? Now that's some of we actions can say. Because these days we find ourselves in the world where people not afraid. They follow God, it don't mean nothing to them. They are more survival conscious than God conscious. The presence of God are the thing where people know they cherish these days. Most people only they won't count, they look for solution, but not the God that solves the problem. That is the reason why even when they get the solution and things begin to turn around in mercy by this very God, then they fail for realize, say, remaining with this God is the best and the only thing they ought to do. But they can be easily swayed away, carried away. Oh, I see some of you this year, some people will not be get you time, they begin call you. Not allowed in name or in title for sway you away. You not to make that they call you because God don't bless you. If God don't bless you, now you for one for take their number. But God don't bless you, then they want your number. And now when they want your number, when they come, then they come with their money, then they come with their position, and they come with all things. And instead of you holding on to that God, will make you important that they are, you no go mind for turn you back pardon God, and now you begin focus. It can just bring me to the point for realize, say, most of we, they use God as a means to an end. It's like when they look for somebody for validate you or recommend you. You know, you apply society, look for a referee for stand for you. Then you get somebody, instantly the person sign that document. You need a consultant again because all what you need is signature no more you need. You know they tell how the work they go. Even if you get the work, you not get the work. You not even go back to and say for let you get any update. Because at this point you feel say in input, it's not necessary again. The only thing you be needing for now for stand guarantee for you. And say, when I reference, get 3 people there. You call this. Some man can even call him pastor. Let him pastor stand for him. Pastor sign, he writes, he go send him email address. He say, Pastor, do I send email and go email and the pastor go respond. At the end of the day, Usai he get invalidation, that's the end. So what happened there? What did they do there? You know what again? Because what I been need you for, I don't get her. You see the way we treat God sometimes? You see the way you behave sometimes? That's why you see how you end the year. You see how you end up? If that man be important at the beginning, why make you not feel say important in the process? Why make you not feel say important to the end? Whenever you see say this thing important, take note. Whatever you come to a point for realize say important at the beginning, I also want you to pay close attention to it. It also get a significant role for play even in the process to the very end. Yeah? The cement way they begin use from the foundation, you still need that cement to go. The sansan way they use from the foundation, you still need that sansan to go. The stone way they use from the foundation, you still need that stone to go. Till you they reach up to the tie beam, which side they tie the roof, you still need that stone, you need that cement, you need that sansan. The iron rod, where you start with from that point, you still need that to go. Sometimes you go need that in large quantity. Sometimes you go need that in small quantity, but you still need that. You still need that. If you see, say, at this point, I need you. Why now when you don't grab, you don't begin waka? No, so you don't need nobody for all you and again? You be only want me for, you be only in one leg for all God in foot for you tin up. Now when you don't tin up, you able ace foot for yourself. You able balance yourself, you able waka now, you even able for run, you able for jump. You don't feel say you need your hand again. But you see we picking even when then don't waka, then still need for you hold their hand. Then they waka, then they run, then they jump. But certain area they when they waka, they can easily buck foot and for them. Then still need them papa for hold their hand. Hey, but me don't big. Not to the parent in eye. You know, say this speaking, even though they run, so they jump, he still need me hand for guide them. He still need me hand for hold them. And sometimes they work out you picking before you look it on back foot, and you can't for realize say if I not be only hand